Hey there, Matt Ziga, EOS Implementer. Today we're going to be looking at the EOS model and walking you through a high-level overview of what is EOS and why would we want to implement EOS in a business for a team. And so it starts by looking at your business through the lens of these six key components. And the idea is that through strengthening these six key components of your business, you're going to hopefully get everything that you want from your business. You're gonna run a better business and hopefully you're gonna live a more peaceful, you're gonna live a better life because you're running a better business. And so let's start with these six key components. And the first key component is the vision component. And so if you're on a team, if you're a leader, if you're a manager, why is this important? And so the vision component is all about helping you get clear on 8 questions, building out a strategic plan, 2 pages. We refer to that as the VTO, the Vision Traction Organizer. And through answering 8 strategic questions, starting with core values, through core focus and a 10-year target, you're able to get aligned around where you want to take your business. And what team member doesn't want to understand the plan, doesn't want to know where are we going with this? And so the idea is to get the team aligned, rowing in the same direction, all pulling on the same rope together. That's the vision component. The people component is all about getting the right people into the right seats. A right person we would define as someone who's in alignment with your core values, right? We've defined those core values and now we're intentional about using them in the business, making sure that we're all living and breathing these values, and we're also bringing new team members on that are in alignment with those values. Life's too short not to work with people you don't love. Then you have the right seats, and that's about being really clear in terms of what am I accountable for in my seat? What are the roles, the responsibilities in every seat? Who do I report to? Who's on my team? And so it's bringing that clarity to an organization so that we have the right people, people we love, and it's crystal clear in terms of the seat we sit in and what we're accountable for, creating clear lanes of accountability. And so that is the people component. Then you have the data component. The data component is all about using the data you have so that there's more transparency in the business on your team in terms of what you're accountable for. And so you build out a leadership team scorecard. Ultimately, you get to the point where every single team, department has a scorecard. And so it's getting rid of the 100 numbers that you might have access to and saying, what are the 10 to 15 that are really important that we want to be focused on so that you have that transparency. And then you use that scorecard, you use those measurables to solve issues when the numbers aren't on track. So you're empowered to make sure that the data is on track and that we're working together as a team around data. Then you have the issues component. The issues component is first and foremost, it's creating this culture of transparency, of vulnerability, where if you have an issue, if you have a problem, a challenge, maybe an opportunity, maybe a new idea, we get all of those out. We build a list of all of those opportunities, ideas, challenges, so that we're being vulnerable around what we need to evolve, what we need to change, what we need to solve. And then we use a tool called IDS that stands for Identify, Discuss, and Solve. And that tool is designed to help you get to the root of your issues. So you're actually solving your issues for the long-term greater good of your business. That's the issues component. You're empowered to bring new ideas, solve issues, propelling your business in the direction that you want to take it. Then you have the process component. And the process component is about documenting your processes first at a high level, really high level, 80-20 rule approach. Checklists, one-pagers, things that you're actually going to use. And then we lean into training on those processes so that the teams are doing things consistently across the board, so that you're getting the results. So everyone isn't just reinventing the wheel, doing things their own way. You feel like you're doing things consistently, and it creates scalability, it creates organization, it creates consistency. in your business. That's the process component. Last but not least, you have the traction component. The traction component is all about where we bring that vision down to the ground and we actually execute on it with discipline, with accountability. And so, from a traction standpoint, one of the first things we do is we set rocks. We get crystal clear on what do we need to be focused on over the next 90 days. And so, a rock is just a 90-day business priority. And so, the power of rocks is if you know that, man, I have these one or two rocks that I'm working on, that's what it's going to take to win the quarter. And if we win this quarter, we're on track to win the year. And if we win the year, we're going to be on track for winning our 3-year picture and our 10-year target. And so it brings you peace when you know that these are the top priorities. These are the things that we need to be putting energy and focus into. And within that 90-day world, we help keep you on track with a meeting pulse and a level 10 meeting that is designed to bring more efficiency and effectiveness to your meetings every single week. Sometimes it cuts out some of the other meetings. Sometimes it cuts down on some of the other correspondence, the emails, the phone calls, because you know you have this meeting to come together as a team, to create alignment, to solve issues. And so we call it a level 10 because we want to get you to the point where you're like, that was a 10. That was a really effective use of my time and the team's time. And so that's the EOS model. Again, this model is designed to help you get more of what you want from your business. It's designed to help bring all these proven business concepts into one system that is, in essence, simple to execute on. That's the high level EOS overview. If you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out.